I now call criminal case number KMC/DLA/G/24/0221 between Bleag versus Musa Marong, Omar Marong, Binta Fati.
Representation.
May it please this honorable court. I am Superintendent Lujata. With me, my co-prosecutor, ASP Hadim Ture, and also Chief Inspector Telebride. Your worship. My worship, I also want to inform this honorable court that the accused person, persons are present in this honorable court and are ready to take their plea as the court pleases.
Morning, Your Worship. Morning, Your Worship. I am Michael Ifuganya, and with me are my delegate colleague, S. Kidate, and Asu Landed Sonko, representing 3 accused persons, and we are ready to proceed with this case.
What language do the accused persons wish to speak to this court?
Musa Marong. Kidogo ika mungkane po. Your worship, the first accused person wishes to speak in Mandinka. Omar Marong. Kidogo ika mungkane po. The second accused person wishes to speak in Mandinka. Binta Fati. Kidogo nyini karola ika mungkane fola. The third accused person wishes to speak in Mandinka. Your worship.
Can you read, interpret, and explain the charges to the accused persons in Mandinka?
Count 1, statement of offense, conspiracy to commit a felony, contradict to section 53, subsection 1, subsection 1B of the Drug Control Act 2003 as amended. Particular of offense, Musa Marong and Omar Marong on or about the Friday, 11th day of June 2001 at Wakau Newtown in the Kanifing municipality of the Republic of the Gambia. Conspire among yourselves to be in possession of 1 kilo and 4 wraps of cannabis sativa, a prohibited drug, and thereby commit an offense.
Musa Marong, Omar Marong, anim Binta Fati. Alsela moy lua yal sina minna ja lua kana wala ko ako tungkong kilimo yal muta minna. Wala nyindi ko al dentale. Al fawal fe ale kuge minning lua fana talulu ning saba. Ala tondi kiling. Saba kiling fulan jamono. Drop lua to jam 2003. Particulars of offense. Iko akira nyameng ibina wala fulali. Musa Marong, anik Umar Marong. Jumalumo, jun karo tiritan nin killing ni sangom be min kono bakaw sade kono kani fi tundo kono Gambia banko kono jang al dendale fe muda mi musira fe modi min kanyanda ko kilo killing ani pa nani min keta nyamodi ade luatinya wa fanala.
First and second accused persons, do you understand the charge that has been read, interpreted, and explained to you? How do you play?
Musa Maro, ani Umar Maro. Kidi bunga minyininga, fali amale ngamin fali abang, ko loyal muda fanamena. Ya faham la. Yala jaduro ko lo muneldi.
A plea of not guilty is recorded for the first accused person.
As the court pleases. Omar Maro. Ngamin fo yabe moyle bang.
Mama.
Kidio ka munyininga wala nyinde ko itla jaduro ko lo muneldi.
Bari monso.
Second accused person pleaded not guilty.
A plea of not guilty is recorded for the second accused person on count 1.
As the court.
Let's proceed to count 2.
Count 2. Statement of offenses. Possession of prohibited drug, contrary to section 35, subsection 1, C of the Drug Control Act 2003, as amended. Particular of offense: Musa Marong, Omar Marong, and Binta Fati, on or about Friday, the 11th day of June 2001, at Bakau New Town in the Kanifing municipality of the Republic of the Gambia, had in your possession of 1 kilo and 4 wraps of cannabis sativa, and thereby committed an offense.
Fana fulanja wala lura ya muda fana minna wala nyindi ko ale sira fe wala muda alfa wala bulo kono luwa bugo la fana tan sabalin lolo ala tondi killing kala mi saban jangoto dro ko la luwa bugo nyindo 2003 particulars of offense iwa ko nyinke da nyame Musa Maro irep Omar Maro ani Binta Fati jumalungo jun karo tiritan nin killing bakaw sade kono jam kani fi tundo kono ni Gambia banko kono jang ale drogo muda alfa wol fe ni tara ko kilo killing rab nani ni kata nyamodi and then ale luwati nyale.
Do you understand the charge that has been read, interpreted, and explained to you?
Musa Maro kiri bunga min nyininga wala nyinde ko fomin sada de jang yemin karang ya fasari de fo ya faham le bam
nga faham
sa ila jabiro wa kumoro wo munaldi
manso.
first accused person pleaded not guilty as charged.
A plea of not guilty is recorded for the first accused person on count 2.
As the court places. Omar Maro ngamin sade kiri bunga min nyininga wala nyindi ko ngamin sade ila tumir da koy isonta ala ba ila jabiro mu fengo fendi ya fire.
Monso.
The second accused person pleaded not guilty as charged.
A plea of not guilty is recorded for the second accused person on count 2.
As the court places. Binta Fati. Kiti bunga min nyininga wala nyindi ko tumirlo min latal kunga min fasari nga karanga fasarali fo ya faham lewa.
Nga faham le.
Ila jabiro wo tumiroro kiti ga wala nyininga.
Sontale.
The third accused person pleaded guilty as charged.
A plea of guilty is hereby recorded for the third accused person on count 2. I shall now call on the prosecution to narrate the facts against the third accused person.
As the court places.
May it please His Honorable Court, Your Worship, this happened on Friday, 11th day of June 2021 in Bakau New Town, within the jurisdiction of the court. The third accused person was ambushed and was found in possession with 1 kilo and 4 wraps of cannabis sativa. which was also in connection with the first and second accused person. And they were all arrested by our officers who were on ground on duty on that very day. Your Worship, immediately the arrest was also effected. The 24 hours daily report was to that effect. A custodial statement which was made by our officers on the ground, and also voluntary statement which was written by the said accused person. Women's certificate was also made to the effect showing to be 1 kilogram of the said prohibited drugs and 2 grams of marijuana. Another, my Lord, Your Worship, the analytical report showing the substance to be cannabis sativa is also tendered. Your Worship, by the sake of leave of court, I apply to tender the said prohibited drugs and the materials to support our facts issue as exhibit in this honorable court.
Do you have any objection as to why I should not allow the documents together with the suspected cannabis in evidence?
No objection, Your Worship.
In the absence of objection, the 24-hour daily report is admitted and marked as exhibit MT1. The cautionary and voluntary statement as exhibit MT2. The women's certificate as MT3. The analytical report as MT4.
Your Worship, by the sake of leave of court, apply for an adjournment. So the first and second accused person will be in court as court basis.
Before we proceed to the adjournment, I will call on the third accused person to react to the fact as narrated.
As the court please. Binda Fadi,
Ask her whether she understood the fact as narrated and whether the facts are true.
kiti bunga minyininga wala mnyindiko. Kabiri ite ko isonta ko ite yeku lonyi kuwa kono le. Aka minyininga. Nyini fengo le bondi jam. Min keta nyamodi. Yemi mutete bulu. Aning ala testing min keta fo ya tandi ko nyimu nyamodi. Ite mune soto je fo isonta ko mola le ba.
Halin sontale.
The third accused person agree with the facts laid before the court.
Judgment. The charge was read, interpreted, and explained to the third accused person in Maninka. The third accused person pleaded guilty to the charge. The court called on the prosecution to narrate the facts, and it did so and tendered several exhibits. The accused was called to react to the fact as narrated, and the accused react in the affirmative. It is a postulation of law in this jurisdiction that once an accused person pleads on a guilty plea before the court can proceed to convict the accused person. I am satisfied that the plea of the accused person is voluntary, is direct, and is unequivocal. On the basis of that, I find you, Binta Fati, guilty as charged. Before I sentence you, Binta Fati, do you have anything to tell this court in plea of mitigation?
Binda Fadi, kiri bunga mimfoka wala mnyindiko. Kabiri ite tala fo ite sonta e tumirol minu lekam. Ye sede na dol kairol minu bela ite ko isonta o bela. Kiri bunga ko saing ayo mudale de. Anu luwa ye de mudale. Luwa nyante de solon nale. Ako fo e fel solale de kiri bunga dani la minna wa.
Ha bari man na loyale patula. Atele bediam.
Your Worship, my plea of My defense counsel will continue with my plea of mitigation.
Enough. She had just lost her husband 4 months ago, just a month before the baby was born. And so, Your Worship, Binta Fati has regretted her actions and has shown a serious remorsefulness in this whole thing. She has promised never ever to repeat such again. Your Worship, we are talking of an issue of a 3-month-old baby. I am pleading with this honorable court not to sentence Binta Fati to a custodian sentence. Because if she's sentenced to a custodian sentence, what will be the fate of this little child? He may likely die. He may be malnourished. He may even go sick. As a matter of fact, the baby within these few days is already losing weight. And so, Your Worship, Section 29, subsection 3, gives this court of CC, gives this court the discretion to give Binta Fati a custodian sentence. I mean, a non-custodian sentence. That is, to even caution her and let her go home. And it gives this court the discretion where this caution alone may not serve to give her the least minimum sentence and give her nothing but a suspended sentence. And so, Your Worship, I plead to this honorable court to please consider the life of the little child and not to give her a custodian sentence, but rather caution her to go home and take care of the baby. Or, as I said earlier, give her a suspended sentence, the least minimum. I know, Your Worship, you are a father, a reasonable father for that matter, very responsible one, who will not allow a 3-month-old baby who has no father, whose father is dead, to now stay without a mother. This will go a long way in causing a great, horrible effect on this child. And so, Your Worship, I present my plea as the court pleases.
Does the convict have any previous conviction?
Your Worship, the convict, in our records, we don't have any records on the convict in previous convictions.
Sentence. I have watched the demeanor of the convict all through the trial. She is indeed remorseful. The prosecution has intimated that the convict has no previous conviction. Most importantly, the convict pleaded guilty at the available time and did not waste the time of this court. I am, however, persuaded differently because the offense of drugs within our community is rampant. Most Gambian youths have been diagnosed with drug-induced psychosis. And if the court were to sit by and watch, our society shall be crippled. There is therefore need to deter future offenders. That is why the court will always give a custodial sentence to make sure that other common offenders realize the impact of drugs within our community. I am persuaded also with the very strong allocators. It has left me almost in tears. I'm not so concerned about Binta Fati as a person, but about the 3-month-old child. The Children's Act gives this court the ultimate power to understand that the best interest of the child should be the paramount consideration. Defense counsel has actually articulated and tickled the mind of the court in that direction. Binta Fati may benefit from her child. I am also conscious of the fact that given Binta Fati a fine, say even $10,000 as a lactating mother, you mean that I'm transferring the fine to her family to pay for her. Binta Fati, you are hereby sentenced to 3 years in prison, but it shall be suspended.